Hey Army around the world! Will the big secret hidden behind the concrete walls of a South Korean entertainment agency finally be revealed through the eyes of a world music legend? Why did Chris Martin, the quiet frontman of Coldplay, suddenly go silent and express genuine shock upon hearing the alleged reason behind the restrictions surrounding Jungkook and Taehyung's interactions? Before we dive into this mysterious story, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with more K-pop news, stories, and discussions. Have you ever imagined what really happens when the expensive cameras are turned off, the studio lights fade, and the stars we admire stand like ordinary people, without a script guiding their every move? What if one simple phrase spoken by a senior staff member was enough to challenge the image of friendship, loyalty, and the realities of the entertainment industry? The central question remains: what exactly could have led management to place limits on interactions between Jungkook and Taehyung, two of BTS's closest members whose chemistry has been admired by fans around the world? According to this story, it all began on a cold night in Seoul during the production of the legendary collaboration, My Universe. Amid the beautiful harmony of music, an invisible tension seemed to linger, something only those paying close attention might have noticed. Chris Martin, a musician who has spent decades at the top of the global music industry, is not someone easily distracted by appearances. He came to Korea not only for a successful collaboration, but also to build genuine human connections. However, beneath the friendly laughter and professional smiles, Chris reportedly sensed that something felt unusual. Whenever Jungkook and Taehyung appeared especially close during promotional activities or shared spontaneous moments, subtle changes seemed to occur. Chris allegedly noticed a manager clearing his throat whenever Jungkook casually placed a hand on Taehyung's shoulder. He also observed camera angles changing whenever the two became deeply engaged in conversation. To many people, these moments might have seemed like routine artist management. But to Chris Martin, an artist known for valuing creative freedom and emotional honesty, they reportedly suggested a level of image control that surprised him. He thought he saw uncertainty in Jungkook's expression, as though he was constantly aware of invisible boundaries. Meanwhile, Taehyung appeared unusually reserved despite his naturally warm and expressive personality. According to the story, the tension reached its peak inside a private waiting room, away from cameras and public relations staff. There, surrounded by half-finished coffee cups and scattered lyric sheets, Chris supposedly overheard a conversation not intended for outsiders. A senior staff member was allegedly giving instructions about maintaining visual distance between the two artists during upcoming public appearances. Why would two close friends be encouraged to appear more distant? Chris's curiosity reportedly shifted from professional interest to personal concern. During a relaxed conversation, he carefully asked about the situation. The explanation he allegedly received left him deeply surprised. According to the account, the issue was not an internal conflict or relationship scandal, but rather strict image management. Natural expressions of friendship were allegedly viewed as potential business risks that required careful control. Chris Martin's surprise, according to the story, came not from discovering a criminal secret, but from realizing how carefully public images could be managed within parts of the entertainment industry. He was reportedly told that the closeness between Jungkook and Taehyung had, at one point, been considered too prominent. The concern, according to this narrative, was that their popularity as a duo might unintentionally overshadow efforts to promote each member individually. But was that truly the whole story? Or was there another reason involving broader marketing strategies and public perception? Chris reportedly became even more surprised after hearing claims that schedules were sometimes arranged to reduce opportunities for spontaneous interactions, while social media appearances allegedly required additional approval. To him, it felt as though immense success sometimes came with equally immense limitations. He no longer saw Jungkook and Taehyung simply as global superstars, but as artists navigating extraordinary expectations. The story further claims that such restrictions occasionally resulted in emotional distance and isolation. Imagine performing songs about love, friendship, and unity before millions of people, while feeling unable to freely express simple acts of support toward someone who understands your experiences best. Chris reportedly found that contrast deeply ironic. That night, according to the narrative, he struggled to sleep. He thought about Jungkook, known for his sincerity and passion, and Taehyung, admired for his sensitivity and artistic expression. Gradually, he began connecting moments that had once seemed insignificant, brief pauses, quiet expressions, and unexpected distance that, in this version of events, reflected pressure rather than personal conflict. The story also suggests that global marketing considerations may have influenced decisions regarding public interactions. In an international entertainment market, close friendships can generate admiration among many fans, while also creating challenges for carefully managed public branding. Chris reportedly found that realization heartbreaking. Reflecting on Coldplay's own journey, he remembered how the members had always been free to express their friendship naturally. The contrast, according to the narrative, was impossible for him to ignore. Behind the scenes, Chris allegedly tried to create an environment where Jungkook and Taehyung could simply relax and enjoy being themselves, even if only briefly. The story also introduces claims that external stakeholders involved in global entertainment distribution preferred maintaining a carefully controlled international image. Who they were, and whether such influence truly existed, remains unverified. As recording sessions continued, Chris reportedly noticed small moments that reflected the strong friendship between Jungkook and Taehyung. Quiet gestures, brief smiles, and meaningful glances. According to this account, attempts to limit those moments only seemed to strengthen their bond. Jungkook reportedly remained quietly determined. Taehyung, meanwhile, was portrayed as someone who continued expressing warmth in subtle ways. Chris admired their resilience while also worrying about the pressures they might have faced. He wondered whether the world was truly ready to embrace emotional honesty from global superstars. When the sessions concluded, Chris stood on the studio balcony overlooking the lights of Seoul. He remembered Jungkook's relieved smile and Taehyung's gentle pat on the back, small gestures suggesting that genuine friendship can endure despite difficult circumstances. Before leaving Korea, Chris reportedly embraced both artists warmly. According to the story, his message was simple: "I know, and I support you." Whether those exact words were ever spoken remains unconfirmed, but within this narrative they symbolize empathy, understanding, and respect. Back in England, Chris reportedly continued reflecting on what he had witnessed. To him, according to this account, the experience raised broader questions about fame, image management, and the balance between public expectations and personal authenticity in the global entertainment industry. What do you think, ARMY? Was this simply another rumor born behind the closed doors of the entertainment industry? Or is there a deeper truth that has yet to be revealed? No matter what anyone says, one thing remains undeniable: Jungkook and Taehyung have inspired millions through their talent, dedication, and genuine bond throughout the years. As fans, the most meaningful thing we can do is continue supporting every BTS member with respect, kindness, and trust, while allowing them the freedom to tell their own stories in their own time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest BTS news, exclusive updates, and fascinating K-pop stories from around the world. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your opinion. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, keep supporting BTS, and as always, Borahi. See you in the next video.